Okay. Now we are on page 411. Check your answers, please. Page 411. We select yesterday, we selected questions 1, 2, 3, and 7, 8, and 9, right? Question 1, give the measure of the angle that is complementary to the given angle, right? The given angle 45, the complementary angle will be what? I will call it x, right? How much? 45 also, because 45 plus 45, how much? 90, right? That question 2, the complementary angle is how much? The given 20, the complementary angle 70, so x equals 70 degree. Question 3, the given 54, the complementary 36 degree. Done. Now also question 7, right? Write and solve an equation to find the value of x in each figure. Question 7, what's the equation here? Equal 90. Why 90? Because they said right angle. They didn't set up complementary, right? In the question. But from the small square down, the red ones here, we know that the total of the angles is how much? 90 degrees. So here, 4x plus 22 equals 9. Now we know how to solve this equation. Shift the 22, then divide by 4. X will be how much? 17. So here you have two parts from the solution. The first part is to write the equation. The second part is to solve and to find the value of x. Okay? So check both, please. Question 8. X plus 2, right? Plus 65 equals 90. طبعا you combine the 2 with the 65, it will be 67, then you shift it there to find x. So x will be how much? 23 degree, right? Question 9, the equation is x minus 7 plus the other angle 43 equals 9, right? Also we combine the minus 7 with the 43 because they are numbers. Minus 7 plus 43 plus 36, right? Alhamdulillah, salam. Yeah. Now here we combine the minus 7 with the 43, it will be plus 36, right? Add, subtract with the bigger sign. Then we shift to the other side. X will be how much? 54 degree, right? So 1, 2, 3, 7, 8, 9. All of these angles or all of these questions about what? Complementary angles. Yesterday, let's remember together, we said if we have two angles complementary, then the sum or the total of them should be 90 degrees. Don't forget that, okay? This is the homework. Check your answers, please. And let's go and continue the lesson, right? Yeah. So we are on page 406 exactly. Yeah. So module 8, lesson 2, complementary and supplementary angles. We are on 5 January and page 406, right? Right? That. Now, yesterday we said that if we have two definitions yesterday, right? We had two definitions. The first one about the complementary and the second one about what? The supplementary. Let's remember them together. So if angle A and angle B are complementary, then angle A plus angle B equals what? 90 degrees, right? Now, if angle A and angle B are supplementary, then angle A plus angle B equals 180 degrees. Okay? Now, how many pairs of angles we have? We have 4 pairs, remember? أول pair شو سميناه؟ Vertical, remember? We said vertical angles always equal, right? Then we have adjacent angle. Adjacent angle, they are not equal. We call it neighbor angles, right? Now, if you have the total angles, you can find them. If you have two adjacent in a straight line, supplementary, got it? If you have two adjacent on a straight line, so you add them, the answer should be what? The straight angle, and the straight angle is how much? 180. So the adjacent angles, if you have two angles on a straight line, these two angles becomes what? Becomes supplementary, because the addition of them is how much? 180. Then we took the two pairs for this lesson, complementary, and what? The last one, supplementary. So be careful so you won't confuse between these 4 types of pairs of angles. Why I'm saying pairs? Mostly we have 2 angles to talk about, right? Good. Right. Now, these are the 2 definitions which we took, and let's go to our book. Before our book, I'll give you extra example. For example, if angle A is 130 degree and find angle B such that angle A and B are supplementary. Okay? So angle A given, they want me to find angle B such that angle A and angle B are both what? Supplementary. So here what we said, because they are supplementary, means angle A plus angle B should be equal 100. This is the equation, right? This is the equation. And we need to justify our answer, right? Why they equal 180? Because the question said that they are what? Supplementary angles, right? Now, angle A is given how much? Replace it by what? 130 plus angle B wanted. Find angle B equals 180 degrees. Now shift the 130 there, so angle B will be 180 minus 130. So angle B equal 50 degree, right? This is our idea for today. Let's go to our examples. We are in example 3, okay? Example 3. But if I want, look at the board, guys. Look at the board. Now I have angle A, how much? 130. And angle B, how much? 50. And the sum of them is how much? 108. Means if I want to draw them, they should be what? On what? On a straight line. Why? Because the total of them should be 180. If I want to draw them as not exact graph, huh? Not exact graph, approximate graph. Tamam? Now we have one of them 130. What's the type of this angle? The type of this angle 130. Obtuse. Obtuse means it has big opening, right? And angle B what? 50. What's the type of this angle? Acute angle means the opening of it is what? Small. So I can draw something like this. And I can say, what's this angle here? This one should be 50 or the 130. This one should be the 50. And this one here should be the 130 degree. And the supplementary angles always lie on what? On a straight line because they form together straight angle. Got it? Criminal idea. Yeah, let's see example 3, page 406. 406. So we are in example 3, page 406. Let's see the example together. What is the measure of the angle that is supplementary to the given angle? What's the given angle? This angle given, right? How much? 135 degree. The question asked me to find the angle which is supplementary to this angle, right? Do we know the other angle? No. So here I need to form equation. I need to form. So let x be the supplementary angle, okay? Let x be the supplementary angle. Now, x plus 135 should be equal to what? To 180. So here x plus 135 equals 180. Why equals 180? Because they are, from where I know that they are supplementary. How do you know that? How we know that they are supplementary? From the question. The question didn't say straight line, right? The question said find the supplementary angle, so yeah. So here, check the 135. So x will be 180 minus 135. X will be how much? 45 degree. Now, if you put or if you draw the two angles which are 135 and the 45 together, if you draw them in one graph, they form what? A straight angle. Got it? But how we know that they are supplementary? From the question. The question said that, not me. Done? Right. Now let's go to the check together. After example 3, we have check. Let's do it together. 2 steps, guys. Don't just write the final answer, please. Yeah, check after example 3. Check page 407. Let's read the question together. What is the angle measure of the angle that is supplementary to the given angle? The given angle, how much? 67. This is the given angle. 67 degree. It's acute angle, right? They want us to find the supplementary angle. Do we know it? No, let x be the supplementary angle. Let x be the supplementary angle. Now let's form our equation because they are supplementary for each other. So x plus the given angle, which is 67, should be 180 degrees. Why? Because they are supplementary. So justify your answer or your step. Supplementary. Now shift the 67. X will be 180 minus 67. X will be how much? Do the subtraction. It will be 113 degree. 113 degree. Got it? I want to ask you something. If the two ركزوا معي الآن. I will ask two questions. The first one, if the two angles are complementary, and they are equal, how much each one will be? If the two angles are complementary and they are equal, يعني the two angles are equal. The two angles are equal, okay? And both are complementary angles. How much each one will be? Yes, يا عمر. يعني هم complementary. هم الاثنين ايش؟ Complementary and they are equal. How much each one will be? Yes, يا عمر. Let's check.
90, Mr.
90. So each one of them 90. If you add them, also 90, right? How come?
Yes.
No, mister, this is wrong. I said
No,
two angles
Mr.
are, I'm talking here. I'm talking.
Yes.
The two angles are complementary and they are equal. How much each angle should be? 45. Right? 45. 45, 45. Together, 90. So
90.
they are complementary, right?
Yes.
Focus with the question. Now, if I have two equally angles and both are supplementary, mute yourself, Yabni.
Okay.
If we have two supplementary angles and both are equal, how much each one will be? 90 degree, right? Got it? So if the two angles are equal and supplementary, something like this, 90 and what? 90. This case, only if the two supplementary angles are equal. Else, then we have one acute and one obtuse, right? Done. This is the check of example 3. Done. Done. Let's go to example 4. Example 4. Before example 4, we have learn page 407. Let's do it together. Learn page 407. We have this angle, sorry, or this graph. Here we have 4x degree, the measure of this angle for x degree, and the measure of this angle 108. And here we have the letter for the letters for the graph. Okay. Now the question wants us to form equation and to solve it, right? Now the two angles forms what? Together. Straight angle, right? So they are complementary or supplementary? Supplementary. So if you add them, the answer should be what? Yeah, so here 4x plus 108 should be equal 180 because they are supplementary angles. Shift divide for x equal 180 minus 108. So for x equal 70 2, right? Divide on 4 both sides, x will be 80. So from the graph, I can form the equation, or from the given information in the question, right? So sometimes the question give you the graph, and sometimes the question give you what information, so you can form your equation. Okay. Now let's go to example 4 together. Example 4. We are on page 408. In example 4, we have you write and solve an equation to find the value of x. See the graph in front of you. We have two blue lines. See them in your graph? This one 80 degree, and this one here 10x degree, right? And the question wants me to write equation and solve them. Now we took this graph before in the previous lesson. We said this graph has vertical angles and adjacent angles, right? But 80 and 10x are what? Adjacent angles. They are not opposite for each other, they are neighbors, right? So here adjacent angles, so but together they form what? Together they form straight angle, right? So if you add them, the answer should be what? Yeah, let's add them. So here we say 10x plus 80 equals 180 degree, because they form a straight angle, means 180 means they are what? Supplementary angles. This is our equation. Now solve it. 10x equal 180 minus 80, right? 10x equal 100. Divide on 10 both sides. X will be 10. Okay? Done? This is example 4. Fill the spaces if you have, guys, in the example, please. This is example 4. Let's do the check of this example together. Okay, done this one? Yeah. The check of this example together. Check page 408. Check of example 4. We have this graph here. This is the spider house, see it? And we have this line here, and this angle given 5x plus 4 degree, right? And this angle beside it 132 degrees. So we have two angles here, one of them acute, one of them obtuse, right? Yeah, these two angles together, they form what? Straight line, straight angle, sorry, right? So if you add them, the answer should be 180. So here 5x, the first angle, 5x plus 4 plus the second angle 132 equals 180, because they are supplementary. But the question didn't tell me that it is supplementary, they are supplementary. But from the graph, I know them, right? Yeah. So here let's solve this equation. We can combine the 4 with the 132 like terms, right? So here 5x plus 4 plus 132 equal 108. 5x plus 136 equal 108. Shift and divide. 5x equal 180 minus 136. So 5x equal how much this? Huh? 44. 44, right? Divide on 5 both sides. X will be what? 44 divided by 5, 2 division, the answer will be 8.8. 8.8. Okay, guys, do we understand the supplementary angles? Very well. Okay. Now, let's do the apply question, page 409 to the left. The apply question, okay? Are you ready? Done, ya Ghassan? Yeah. The apply question, okay? Let's read the apply question together. A space shuttle scaffold has the angles shown. See the yellow graph, the yellow one. I will graph it on the board. So we are in the apply question, page 409. The yellow one is the yellow part, something like this. And we have something like this, right? Here they wrote for me x degree, and here beside it we have 35 degree, right? So we have two angles here. This angle and this angle, right? This angle down here is x. This angle here, 35 degree, okay? Done? Familiar graph? Yeah. Now angle shown. Engineers who they build this thing, okay, determine that the measure of angle x needs to be, yalla, focus with me, focus please. He's our friend, we know him, huh? Yeah, focus with me, not with him. Yeah, engineers determine that the measure of the angle x, see angle x, the measure of it, okay, needs to be, focus, the measure of x needs to be 7% less, 7% less to be more supportive. Yani, the engineers, after they build this thing, or after they graph, let's say the model of this thing, they said x should be 7% less. أقل يعني, okay? 7% less. Got it? So now it's x. They decide to make it smaller or bigger? Smaller. By how much smaller? By 7%. Okay? Done? Time. What is the measure of the new angle? First, let's find it. Let's what? Let's find x, right? Now, to find x, 35 and x are both lies on straight lines, so they form straight angles. So if you add them, the answer should be what? Huh? 180. So here x plus 35 should be equal 180 degree, right? So x equal 180 minus 35. So x equal how much? 145. 145 degree. This is the x here, right? But they wanted to make it what? Smaller. By how much? Let's find the 7% of this angle. How we find 7% of this angle? How we find percent of a number? We took that before, remember? 7% means 7 over what? 100, we know that, right? The of means multiply, not divide. And this number comes down and find it. What I'm doing here, I'm finding how much the 7% from this angle so I can make it smaller. Got it? Yeah, let's multiply normally. Multiply normally. This is over 1. 7 by 145 equal number. Come ya Yazid. 100 by 1, 100. 7 by 145, how much? 1015. Are you sure? Now, if you divide by 100, it will be 10.15. Okay? Done? Done. Now, focus with me. Please, I will repeat the question so you understand it very well. Now, here, the given, right? This model. The engineers decided that this x should be less by 7%. Got it? But we don't know x. So I go here and I found what? The value of mean of the angle x, right? Because they are straight angles, so they are supplementary. Now x, I found it. Now I need to find how much is the 7% of this angle. How much it is? What I will do now to know the new angle, I need to subtract the original minus the new, doing less. So here, the new angle equal the new angle equal 145 minus a 10.15. This is equal how much? 135 point 135 point what? 50. Are you sure? Wait, I'm checking. 145. 145 minus 10.15. It is no, this is wrong. It is 134.85. 134.85 degree. Okay. Now look at the angle X. It was 100-45. The engineers decided to make it less. It became how much? 134. So, which is logic, right? Logical answer. Got it? I'll repeat the question again. I'll repeat the question again. Now, the question said, this model, the engineers decided to make this X less. Less by how much? By 7%. By 7%. So, I use my information here to find mean X. Then the next step, I need to find how much is the 7% of the angle for 145 of X. How? We multiply the percent by the number and simplify, we have this answer. Now I need to subtract because they make it less. If they wanted to make it more, in a place of subtracting, I will add, right? This is the apply question. Do you understand it? Good. Now, I will do the check of this example quickly, please. The check page 410 السريعة because the online are about to finish. So here we are in the check page 410. The check said, in the winter, a solar panel is set with the angles shown. In the summer, the measure of the angle X reduced by about 46.2 reduced. What's the meaning of the word reduced? Comes less or more? Comes less by 46.2%. What is the new measure of the angle in the summer? So here we have this. It's the same idea of the apply, right? We have this X, and here we have 115 degrees. So let's find X first. Let's find X first. Then we can reduce it by the given person. So here X plus 115 equals 180 because they are on a straight angle. Now X equal how much? 180 minus 115. How much, ya Yazid? 60? 65, right? Now this is the angle. They reduced it by how much? The percent. تحكي يا ابني. 46.2% of this angle, which is what? Let's find it. 46.2 over 100 multiply what? 65. This is over 1. Let's find the answer. It will be 46.2 times 0.2 times 65 equals something divided by 100 equal 30.03. Now the new angle will be the original minus the 30.03. This is will be 35.65 minus 30.